cooldowns other than the God Strength, so they can always play Dota pretty much. But imagine thinking that you can beat Lina in this patch.
That is risky, and where my meme of 0% stems from. I liked what 5RATFORCESTAFF was doing early on in that first game. I do have some faith. I think maybe, yeah, 17% is probably the proper percentage. Please don't take my numbers too seriously, people. But I will say it's going to be tough. We have seen teams try to beat Lina, right? There are so many times where it's like, oh, no, let's give them Lina. Let's
You're
see how
also
they
giving
do.
them Lina. You're giving Lina
Ricky
to a team that looks so much better than you. This is the team that has much more experience. This hero farms so quickly. I also thought that they might swap things around and put this Kunkka in the safe lane against the Broodmother, something that we've seen 2 or 3 times so far in the Chinese DPC, which is on a break for now, but looked very good. So they have 2 very good heroes. Like, they have good vision. You have Ricky, that's going to provide you vision, and then you have X marks the spot, you have glimpse back, you have ways of setting things up. Like, dart, the value from this spell in this game is going to be nuts. You have dart into torrent, dart into static storm, into hoof stomp, LSA, you name it, any other hero. Like, you can always have a hero to play with as this for Ricky.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen in every Ricky game. I feel like a lot of teams are just like, okay, Ricky.
Ricky, just pick Ricky. Now,
yeah.
like in Southeast Asia, Ricky plus Mirana, super popular. You can see the appearance. ZaiJ also.
It's universal.
Yeah, it's not just for one region. We haven't seen it in China though.
Somebody would bring it out. I'll
at least
I'll
the
ask
games that
around.
we were casting.
Yeah, maybe we'll see ZaiJ in every region. But for right now, it seems it's coast to coast. I like the ZaiJ. It's been fun. I'm a big fan. Let's see. Spray it again. Do it again. There it is. Okay, one more time. Okay, and again. Thank you. One more time.
It looks like it's our observer doing it. Whatever we showed network, they show network. We're like, yeah, can we see the top lane? They move the camera to the top lane. And we've been using the spray.
There it
like,
is.
we've been using the ZaiJ spray. Looking at the lanes, it's going to be Centaur plus Whitemon. So they wanted to have something melee that goes in for their Lina, which looks much better. And then this burst damage from a Centaur and Disruptor. I'm a little worried for Vengeful Spirit. As a laner, she really doesn't do much. But looking at the mid lane, Kunkka against Tiny, you don't have a kill threat on Kunkka. Kunkka, way too tanky. I also want to see what the build's going to be, whether he wants to pick up a bottle or if he's going to go for double bracer. I'm a big fan of double bracer into BKB. Most likely going to be AC second item because you're playing against all the physical damage pretty much. And you also, like, they have some minus armor from Venge. So you want to tank up yourself and your team and also give a bit of a tower damage as well, because they don't have that much until Lina gets to her like 3rd, 4th item.
Which is very quickly.
Which is like 15 minutes into the game.
Oh, I've got Maelstrom. Oh, I've got everything. Okay, cool. And one of the things that I think later in the game they're going to worry about here on 5RATFORCESTAFF is initiating. When you get that glimpse and you try to chase these heroes, you get glimpse back. Like, what are your options here to really run at these heroes if you're 5RATFORCESTAFF?
Like, I don't mind this Vengeful Spirit as a pick, because I think that's something that people will probably test it out against Lina, where you swap her in, and with the overwhelming damage, if you can stun her and just burst her with the Sven, I think, like, Lina, it suffered the, like, repositioning tools. She didn't like heroes that get on top of her, like Clockwork before, but now, like, you build into Hurricane Pike, you don't care as much about the certain matchups.
So, what was it? It was, for Lina, it's like Falcon Blade, Maelstrom, Boots of Travel from what we've been seeing in Western Europe?
Yes.
So we'll see if it's the same, because we talked about it in Game 1 when we saw the video from Ari. We talked about style and who they were really looking at. And I wonder how much these teams, when they look at Lina as a pick, especially with the way Europe's been playing it, if they're going to follow the same core build for it, or if they're going to go for something different, because sometimes we see regional builds.
Tomato's in trouble. Tomato's dead.
Oh boy, yeah, speed. getting that kill and taking out the Lina. And I will say, great job there for 5RATFORCESTAFF. I guess one of the things that it still has to stay in your mind is you have to continue to shut down Lina. That's how strong of a farmer she is.
Rest of the team, like, they can make plays around the map. Centaur, he becomes relatively unkillable with the hood. Oh, Glimpse back. It's going to be a decent amount of damage.
It's going to be all the damage. DNM also falls. And that's that combination of Glimpse into the hoof stomp with the double edge. And that was only level 2 for them. So DNM's going to have to be even more careful coming back into the lane.
Both carries.
Ooh, mid, Kits. Oh, Water Rune and Bryle almost taking out the Tiny single-handedly as well. Stominin is also taking some damage as
he got Glimpse back. Oh my god, his game's done. Team, make some stacks. I don't want to be in this game anymore. He does have a point, though. This most likely going to go into Greater Cleave. Like, your game is pretty much ruined. You bought, like, you have Raindrop. You can't really lane anymore. Kasana is going to be level 4 once you get there.
Oh boy, yeah. I want to get off this wild ride. Please get me out of here. Because this is going to be a bit of a long one if you can't really lane. And you can see...
Toss back on the mid lane. I think Tiny's dead. He's playing way too aggressive.
Torrent, Avalanche, Kunkka. Oh, Bryle with the Tidebringer.
He was looking for an angle, so he will be picking up a Water Rune. He can TP back with... oh, it doesn't have X mark the spot. Never mind. But very tanky with that double bracer. If it was any different build, he definitely doesn't live there. So nicely done there by Bryle.
Look, oh my god. Look at the CS difference already. It's getting out of hand. Like, big time.
He's level 4 on Tiny. So Bryle will have X mark the spot, TP back. We'll hit that level 6 relatively soon.
Stormhammer, and that's not really doing anything. Oh boy, Kasane. So Whitemon, he's here level 2. He's about to hit that level 3. I wonder what he'll grab if he wants to go to the 1-1-1, or maybe even have that longer range on the Glimpse and go 1-2. Bottom lane, though, smoke screen down, Tomato on the run. Stoma as the telekinesis throws him onto Ahri. They just don't quite have the damage to get the kill here onto Tomato.
Maybe if Tomato dies one more time, he will swap to mid lane, I think, because Kits is also level 5 on Tiny. And then Kunkka can be here against the Broodmother. Broodmother not that leveled. She's only level 3.5. This is second point in Glimpse. Way too much pressure on Sven. He can't really farm here. Albino Zebra pulling the creep wave, but he only found the Kobold soldiers. Like, this is the worst camp you can pull to because they don't kill a single creep.
Kobold, Fly, be careful.
Yeah, they only kill heroes. They can't.
Ghost ship, mid. That's going to hit on the Kits, and they'll also have the Torrent followed up. Brown not getting the kill, but he is still making Kits' life a living hell, as this mid lane is so tough for him to really find much of an angle on. And it's not going to get easier either. We see Whitemon making the rotation. Avalanche toss with the Wave of Terror, has a magic missile. So Whitemon in trouble. He does have Glimpse, but won't survive to see it go off. This is to try and get the 6-minute rune as bottom lane. Speed gets another kill on the Tomato.
This bottom lane's going well for 5RATFORCESTAFF. Broodmother's getting the levels. I think it's time for Lina to swap the lane.
Bryle. Mid.
Double damage.
Yeah, found that Torrent, and Kits hits that level 6, so gets that increase in armor just as that's happening. And Albino Zebra's come over, so is Whitemon. Whitemon's got that level 2 in the Glimpse. He's just looking for the angle. He has him in his sights now. Thunderstrike, X, Avalanche, Bryle. And eventually they'll have the Glimpse back, and Kits will die to Bryle.
They're also going to steal the stacks. Bryle getting fed some tangos. This is juicy. This is triple stack, level 7 Kunkka. 4 seconds cooldown on Torrent. Albino Zebra needs to be careful. Sven's coming in. Who needs to be careful?
Bryle, he doesn't have the mana for it anymore. He went to the Torrent. I thought he was going to ghost ship with the Stampede. It gets Bryle away. Kasane comes in. Double edge. Albino Zebra with a magic missile. Ghost ship from the low ground. Hits on a DNM. Misses the hoof stomp. They've got Stominen over in the angle, but Stormhammer trying to throw him up onto the cliff. Won't land it. And now Thunderstrike, DNM running away, but he has himself that stick. Magic Missile, Wave of Terror, Snowman still here. Kids coming around as they want to get this kill on a Whitemon, looking for the body blocks. Not a lot of mana to work with, not any mana to work with, and eventually a Fade Bolt to finally get the Disruptor.
Symphony of skills. 7 heroes show up, only 1 dies. And Lina on bottom.
Ooh, Ahri.
Level 5, Ahri.
Getting run down by Speed. Speed is grabbing this kill on Ricky.
He's level 6, 6.5. Lina can't really sustain in this lane anymore. I thought that she's going to swap earlier, but I guess she wants to get some levels, fall back to jungle. She can TP out unless there's a Rubik.
Even with Tomato dying as much as he has, he's getting close to the Maelstrom. And I think that once he gets there, you need to, you have to watch this Lina.
Yeah, she's like, see ya, I just got my Javelin, I'm out of this bottom lane, nothing I can do anymore against Broodmother. So Bryle, I thought that swap's gonna come out earlier. He's gonna be the one dealing with the Broodmother. Going into Armlet next, not the build we see. Usually we see mid Kunkas going for a straight up BKB, but safe lane Kunkas, they do tend to go for Armlet. Oh, this is big. If he can find the spiders.
That doesn't find him, actually. Speed's doing a good job, but he has
By
the
the way,
here in the
Rubik
jungle.
has more farm than your Sven, so this is going to be a huge issue. Are there any stacks? I don't see any stacks. Like, they took the stacks near the outpost, nothing in the triangle.
That's a problem. Xane has Stampede, but they've got the Glimpse top lane, and they'll throw up the kinetic field. And there's a Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, and Stominen is going to die. So Xane gets that kill, takes out the Rubik. There's nobody stopping that. Is Tiny now down towards bottom. They've got the Magic Missile. They'll toss him up into the air. Bryle can't survive. 3 heroes here for the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF, dominating for Speed.
Kunkas, they're alone. They definitely need another hero to be there, but Ricky doesn't provide you with much. He's a 15-minute hero. He's saving up that gold to get the shard. Then things gonna get much easier. White one on this Disruptor. Can he get the Glimpse back?
Doesn't even need to. I'll stop the TP instead. Rubik, he saved up 1,200 gold. Wonder what he's looking to get.
I'm down for some 4-staff. Buy that. Fluffy hat, get more tanky.
5RAT, will we see a 4-staff?
Previous game, we didn't see any. Sven's getting some farm in the triangle, but not as much as he would like.
So this is going to be looking like Guardian Greaves being built here for Speed. And we've talked about it a lot in Western Europe and China.
It's in every single game.
Yeah. It just seems to be the standard. And is that really the item you want to see from Speed if he's sitting top of the net worth right now with Sven so behind?
I don't think you can go for a different item. I saw Broodmother going for Aghanim Scepter, like 13, 14-minute Aghanims. It was like one of the faster ones, but still didn't do as much. Mid lane is getting pinged out. Disruptor is level 6. So is Ahri on Ricky Maru. We can call him Ricky Mari for this game.
Yes, we can. I'd love to see the inner workings of your brain. It is an enigma.
It's really simple. It's about puns, memes, food, get some rest,
Fine
Dota.
dining and breathing. Stealing the kinetic field, and now Ghost Ship up and hitting Stominen. But they've got Albino Zebra. They also have DNM. They don't want to walk into the Static Storm, so eventually that will do the damage to kill off this Rubik. And with Kit's showing himself, no Glimpse available, he's able to freely walk around here.
Good luck running away from this TSM's lineup. Glimpse, X marks the spot.
Sweeping Dart eventually.
Stampede on a Centaur to close the gap.
Yeah. Speaking of X marks the spot, well, it's going to be used on Kit. Smokescreen, kinetic field, the damage coming in. Albino Zebra might need to swap, and that's what he does. But hey, you swap, you get glimpsed, and now the Venge is here too. Bryle, though, surrounded by 4 heroes. He'll die, so does Ahri. It's a good retaliation engagement from 5RATFORCESTAFF, but they still do lose that Tiny. And now, Tomato, he's got the Maelstrom. This is a jumping off point. You need to find him. You need to shut him down.
rest of the 5RATFORCESTAFF, they are getting the farm. Speed, very active. Glimpse back. X marks the spot. The combo. You get the damage, you get pulled back.
Oh, miss. All right, DNM getting the tower.
Sven with double damage. He is recovering. It's not a full recovery by any means, but he is getting levels. He is getting the farm.
Yeah,
Speed does have full Guardian Greaves.
These are, quick Greaves just about. 200 gold away, and it will be the sustain, I don't know. But Albino Zebra will fall to Ari. That Ricky Mari, I'll steal your joke for a second, working out right now, giving them that vision. They've got the X, they'll pull him back into the ghost ship again. This is a Rubik who cannot escape the ghost ship. He's been hit by it like the last 3 times it's been thrown.
It's pretty nuts, man. X marks the spot and the disruptor. It's a good way to counter it. Pay attention, chat, in pubs if you're playing against, Kunkka. Or if you're playing against Disruptor, you can pick Kunkka and X mark your teammates. It's super efficient. You're still going to lose the game. They found Speed. This is a big one.
This will be a lot of gold. 5-0-1 if they can get this kill, but they don't have the damage at the moment. They slow him down, the glimpse back into the hands of Tomato, and that's exactly who you want to give it to. They've got the Laguna Blade. They'll get the kill on a Speed. They'll look for the rest of the Hoof Stomp. It lands on a Kids, but 3 heroes are here, and now maybe Kasane's in too far. But he's quite tanky and not taking a lot of damage as Ari jumps in with the Blink Strike. Swap, LSA, hits on Albino Zebra. They get the kill there, and now they've got the Glimpse. So right on top of where the Venge died, Tiny crumbles. Swaps don't matter. The Glimpse timing works.
This is the fight that the TSM executed pretty much perfectly. Kunkka's not even there, but they find Broodmother, Disruptor, one of the better heroes. We've seen it being very efficient in the Chinese region against the Brood. You see her with the Thunderstrike, Glimpse back. Now with the rest of the team is there. And it was also Tomato who got the last hit. Now he's the one farming in the triangle.
He got a lot of gold from that Broodmother spree. It was exactly who they wanted to give it to, so now it jumps his net worth, and he's already a Mithril Hammer into the BKB.
Going into BKB, we've seen some more greedier builds. I think OG showed Yoragi with skipping completely a BKB, going for the Lincoln Sphere. It was a good game for it, but we've also seen
they found
Lina's...
Speed again. Speed's in trouble. Ooh, if they could keep vision, they should have the Glimpse. There's the Static Storm and the Kinetic Field. Whitemon, though, is going to blow up. They've got the rest of the team coming in. Kasane, he's trying to sneak out, but can't. 2 heroes already dead, but they get the kill on Speed with the Torrent as well as the Tidebringer. Down goes Albino Zebra. They put this Rubik to sleep as RA. He's got himself the Sweeping Dart. Avalanche lands on 2. DNM with the Storm Hammer, but the damage is going to be there to get the kill on a Brile. They get the kill on Ari, so no more Sweeping Dart. Torrent lands onto the Sven. He's going to steal the Torrent in response. They go to the God Strength. Kits, though. Avalanche as well as the Toss available in a second. He'll go to the Toss, throw him up into the air. The Torrent doesn't land. Armwood toggling, and not enough. Kits finally taking out Brile.
Speed's now a bit of a different story. Has a full Guardian Greaves, so that Guardian Aura kicks in. Actually, it's called the Mend, if you didn't know about it. I've never heard about this word before, and I've been playing Dota for 20 years. We didn't have the item back then, but still, yeah, you get the extra HP, regeneration, extra armor. Pretty hard to take down. Does have a cloak as well this time around, so pretty tanky. Next fight, Tomato will be ready to join with the BKB. This BKB is going to be done in no time.
Yeah, like you said, 15 minutes and has 3 items. Yeah. Falcon Blade, Maelstrom, BKB. He's even got a ward queued up. This is... Carries wards? Let's get that out of here.
Slow down there.
I don't know what you're talking about with wards being purchased by a carry. I don't understand this game anymore. Bullwhip also grabbed, and he's going to keep that.
For now. It's not the best item, more of a support item. She's definitely looking into Brigand's Blade, Grobo.
Bottom lane, Kasane. He's just working on farming up that pipe. Avalanche toss, X torrent combo, but not going to land with the blink from Kits. Nobody else is there, and this is going to be a big BKB timing because now you've got Bryle with his BKB, and on the TP back, Lina, Tomato, he'll have his dropped off in a second. X again on a Kits, this time it's silence, and now they've got the Static Storm, no swap available. They'll take out Kits, they'll look for a second, the damage is there. Whitemon gets Albino Zebra, and Tomato now dominating. It's an easy 1-2 pick for TSM.
Seems like they're going into Roche Pit, 7 stacks on Lina. They can't really use this swap. There was a Sleeping Dart and a almost full duration Static Storm on that bench. So now inside the Roche Pit, seems like 5RATFORCESTAFF, they will not contest this. This time around, they have a better draft, as panel talked about it. And we can see the way they've been playing. It's only a 2K gold lead, almost 20 minutes into the game.
Right.
But now things are gonna get much more difficult. Ricky will provide vision during the nighttime for any of the openings. We talked about the combos that they have, Torrent, Static Storm. There was one game when Disruptor was trying to get Aghanim Scepter. He got it, and then with Ricky, Sleeping Dart into Static Storm, how strong that is. This time around, Disruptor going for a 4-staff.
What? He's not even on 5RATFORCESTAFF.
Yeah, not allowed.
Not allowed to buy that item. Still, again, nobody on 5RATFORCESTAFF has a 4-staff. I know I'm being picky, but...
Yeah, give me one.
Just give me one. Out of the 10 times you've had the opportunity to go for one. And with this Aegis, they're going to smoke. Let's see, where is Ari? It's over mid, and who is he going to find? Stominate. Sleeping Dart. Have some sweet dreams before you get silenced. Tricks of the trade, LSA, and Guardian Greaves. BKB from Tomato very early. They drop down the kinetic field, but Whitemon getting chased by these Spiderlings. Now the LSA, the right-click damage, doing a lot with a double edge. Speed on the run onto the high ground. He survives. He's going to TP out. They don't get the kill there. They'll take out Albino Zebra. And they'll look for another one. Kits, he'll be that other one.
Yeah, I think Tomato misclicked his BKB. He wanted to use Laguna Blade. It felt like just delete this Rubik immediately. And this is the first time ever that I see, if we could see the replay of that, it was pretty funny. I did not want to interrupt your godlike play-by-play casting, but Sven popping ulti and going
still.
back. Yeah, use ulti and it's like, yeah, see you guys, I'm not doing it.
Oh, Tidal Wave with the shard into a hoof stomp double edge and the ghost ship. What a combo. That is a very, very wet combo.
It's a dirty combo indeed.
Well, very clean. They're getting washed off.
So Kunkka finished off his BKB. It's a 9-second BKB, 2 cores with the BKBs going into AC next, as we expected it to have a bit more tankiness for himself, more siege, tankiness for the team as well.
And I know I've been harping on this all game, but I mean they had a good, a good lane against the Lina, and then I mean
it's Lina. Yeah, she just continues to farm up.
So I just don't know. So I just don't know what we're gonna see, but this game feels very one-sided. I feel like similar to the odds we saw earlier. BKB popped by Bryles. There's a swap. And LSA, not going to land, not going to be needed. They'll still get the kill on Albino Zebra. They go to the back lines with Kasane. And the hoof stomp, the damage coming in from Tomato to get another one. And they've got themselves the X. They have the ghost ship. And, I mean, yeah, the esportsbet.io odds kind of predicted the game we're having right now.
Pretty much. I've seen this Lina lineups explode. The game looks pretty even until she comes online. She joins the fight with the BKB, and the fight's pretty much over. Kunkka trying to build Teso. Brawls like, get me out of this game. I have something else to do. He wants to finish it as soon as possible. And Tomato notices it, tips Brile immediately.
So, just going to take the top set of racks. Easy peasy. Speed's still trying to cut these waves where he can. It's tough for him, though. I mean, he does it, but what is it really valuing
Mid
for
lane
him right now?
Is still there. They could go for it. Holding the Aegis for another 20 seconds. Might be slightly careful about the swap. Could we see the damage done from the heroes total? I feel like Sven is one of the lowest. Venge definitely down there, but I feel like Sven's damage so far in this game has been pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, God Strength into standing
he actually
at
has the
1.7k?
Lowest hero damage, because I didn't see him hit anything.
I mean,
This is like 3 hits from Sven.
Yeah. That's low. I didn't think it was going to be that low. That was a shocking number to me. But maybe the next fight could be a good one.
Does have a BKB disassembled that Echo Saber and the Blink Dagger, so he can position himself. Well, I'm just a little worried about his like damage output. If they have BKBs, these 2 cores are not dying, so they need to surprise them with the initiation from kits.
I gotta hope they could get the initiation. X from the Rubik, but now he just gets torrented. DNM, he's also been hit by the X. They've got the tidal wave. They'll go to the Blink. The hoof stomp out. They'll throw the sleep onto the Venge, so there won't be a swap in time. They've also got the silence on top of him, so Kids ends up dead. The right click's coming through an albino zebra. They get the kill on the Venge. Tomato with the double kill, and now, well, Static Storm is going to silence those darn creeps.
Ooh, Torrent almost hits him. Brile toying with them. Uses X marks the spot, hits him with the Torrent, doesn't even use the X mark to spot, then pulls it back, and now onto the tier 3 tower, Dragon Scale on a Centaur. They do have Lotus Orb on a Centaur, so stun from Sven.
Oh, X. Sven, you're going to be forced to do damage soon.
Quick fingers. Gets out, but their barracks are going to be gone in a second if they decide to stick around. Still without a BKBs. We'll respect the potential turnaround, the swap into Sven's damage, because they know that he didn't use the ulti in the previous one. Still tier 2 tower standing here. We'll clean this one up.
Bottom tier 2, that'll go. Bye-bye. And back to the high ground, Kits. Let's see, blinks in, and Kits, though, he's got the X on him. They're going to try and put this Tiny to sleep. They're going to say Rockabye Baby from the treetop and drop him. They'll go for the kill. They'll take out 2, and they'll look towards the rest.
And the glimpse back.
There's the glimpse. There's the kill on a DNM as they pull him in and get themselves a 3rd. Static Storm, Tiny still surviving, but again, they say night-night. Good night to this one, good night to the Tiny, good night to the game.
How
as
do you
TSM.
move? This is like, they have a Sleeping Dart, Tidal Wave, X marks the spot. They reposition you so much. They don't even have like the best heroes in the game, like Tiny, Magnus, Mars. And this is gonna be another set of barracks, it seems. They did kill Lina this time around, but really, seems like 5RATFORCESTAFF, they don't have enough in the tank to be able to hit back.
It's really tough, right? You're talking about the movement spells too. The tidal wave makes it even tougher now. God, that is annoying to deal with. They're going to have this Lina back up in just a second. And there is Boots of Travel on the Lina, so they'll be back into the fight. Back with the team.
Brile bought Moon Shard. Very good item on Kunkka. One of the best ones. Crappa.
God Strength Stormhammer. Oh, reflected with the Lotus Orb, though. TNM with the BKB. The tidal wave pulls in both supports. Oh, no. Briley's got the damage with the rest of the team. TNM, God Strength, you're running away. They've got the Tiny stunned up. Lockdown killed off. Down goes Kids. And, well, it's looking like Speed will lose the tires that he treads on and will fall as well. And DNM Well, we can only just watch as the GG gets called, and it's a 2-0 for TSM.
That moon shard, the extra vision, giving him what it takes to use the tidal wave and pull the two supports back. Difficult.